Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Sarah, and I'll be your host for today's specialization info. With me, I have my colleagues who will be available to answer your questions and issues you have regarding the program and your area of specialization. So before we begin, please, I want us to drop our name, where you're joining us from, your area of specialization. Please, we would like to know in the comments. Oh, nice. Thank you, Ibrahim Mohammed from Zamfara State. Yes, but you did not tell us your area of specialization. Or are you yet to decide? Okay, we also have Amos from Benue State. Thank you, Mr. Dennis Ayuba. Okay, we have Ahmed Amirat from Lagos. Thank you. Ruben from Ibadan. Thank you for joining us. Sani Toyib, yes, from Lagos. Abuja. Ayola from Delta. Ezekiel from Nasarawa. Thank you, everyone. Yaska Jonathan from Maiduguri. No one is okay. Ayodele said, okay, data science with machine learning. Okay, that's nice. Emmanuel says NLP, data analysis. I can't see computer vision. I can't see geospatial. No one. Okay, machine learning. James again. It's like machine learning. We had the geospatial and computer vision people in the house. Okay, I can see data analysis. You're welcome, Stephen. Okay, so I think we can start. Okay, so on our agenda today, we're going to reintroduce the program. We're going to talk about our program milestones, how far we have come. We're going to talk about various areas of specialization. And then we're going to talk about what we have done so far. And then we're going to talk about our learning center. And then finally, we're going to end the session with a Q&A session. Okay, so let's move on to our introduction. Deep Tech Ready program is an initiative delivered under the 3MTT program and is supported by google.org and executed by Data Science Nigeria. The program aims to equip 20,000 young Nigerians on advanced data science and AI skills for job readiness. As we all know, Deep Tech Ready curriculum is rich and it contains localized content. And we have had interaction with our tutors for the various courses that we have done at the foundation level. And it's also going to continue as we move into the specialization phase of the program. Next, we have our program milestones. So remember we said by having our onboarding session, and then we had 4 weeks of foundational courses. Congratulations to every one of you who participated. And then now we are currently moving to our specialization phase, which is why we're having this session. After which you move on to your capstone projects, then career development, and then job readiness. So we have, for this cohort, we have 5 areas of specialization. I wonder which one you choose, but whichever one you decide to choose, please ensure it's an area you love and you can carry through to the end of the program. So with me, I have my colleagues who will take us through on the various areas of specialization. Please, if you have any question, you can start to drop in the comments area, and then once they're done, they'll answer your question. So I'm going to call on Rashidat. She's going to talk about advanced data analysis and visualization, and also data science with machine learning. So Rashidat, over to you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Sarah, and thank you very much for the introduction. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are joining us from. And my name is Rashida Sikiru. And first, I would like to congratulate you on completing the foundational courses. And I want to believe you all enjoy the classes. So today we'll just be looking at what to expect, our career path, as well as what are the applications of when you enroll to the advanced data analysis and visualization. So first, advanced data analysis and visualization covers data analysis techniques, SQL for data analysis, Python for data visualization, as well as advanced Power BI. So what should you expect? You'd be from the sessions, you'd see how you can use advanced techniques for data extraction, cleaning, managing complex data information to give powerful insights, right? Then another thing you would also enjoy is how to use SQL for data analysis, like I mentioned earlier, as well as using Python for visualization. And finally, you would enjoy using Power BI for to build your dashboards. That those are the things you would expect to see during the course. Then what are the career paths? So at the end of this course, you'll be able to, when you start sending in your applications, the area in which you can work in is you can either work as a data intelligence analyst or a business analyst. You would be able to perform various tasks using what you've learned, like how can you use your SQL for data visualization in real world cases in neural solution, and how can you retrieve data from databases using SQL? How can you visualize data? Okay, after learning all these things, what exactly can I use them to build? You can either build a lot, because data analysis applies to our daily lives, everything that we do. But these are just some of the few examples that you find yourself doing. Maybe you want to do website conversion, optimization in e-commerce. There is drug efficiency testing in healthcare. There is also inventory turnover analysis in retail. Then for manufacturing, you could do operational efficiency monitoring. Then for fast moving consumer goods, like all these FCMGs that you have around, you could do sales forecasting. You could find yourself doing a lot of analysis for organizations, basically. And that is what you should expect out of this path when you decide to go through data visualization and as well as advanced data analysis. So next slide, please. So if you have questions, you can as well drop it on the group chat so that we can attend to your questions. Sarah, can you move to the next slide, please?
Okay.
Yes, so for if you would love to join the data science and machine learning track, if you're interested in building purely machine learning and deep learning, you would also be learning how to use SQL in this part as well. Then there is also machine learning with proprietary tools like Azure. So these are the things that you'll be doing. So at this point, you'll be able to build solutions lifestyle. So you should be able to um follow through with the life cycle using all those tools, your Python, your SQL, your Azure, to build solutions, end-to-end machine learning solution in this track. So what career path lies ahead of you? So basically, if you are in this path, you'll be able to become a data scientist or a machine learning engineer that is able to apply machine learning and deep learning principle to solving any problems. For example, you gain hands-on skill in the use of SQL, how to use Python to build and deploy models, and how to perform what is the ML development. So in this track, you have an understanding of all those things, and of all those things, and you'll be able to do whatever you are interested in doing. So what are the real life applications? What are the things that you can explore? Maybe projects that you can find yourself doing. Basically, you can find yourself in the healthcare sector. You would find yourself in anywhere. You would find yourself in sales. In sales, you find yourself building maybe like a transportation tools to help. Oh, what part of the road can we stop on those are the areas where you find yourself these are the areas you find yourself doing a lot of things. I think that's like the summary of everything that you need to like have an understanding, like a background of when it comes to data science and machine learning. So if you have a question, like I mentioned earlier, kindly drop them on the chat. We'll pick it up and respond at the end of the session. Thank you very much. So over to you.
Sorry, someone's speaking. You sound muted, or it's muted. We can't hear.
Okay, so moving on to the next specialization, which is computer vision. So for this course, you'll be learning how to become a full stack computer vision engineer. You learn everything you need to know to build and deploy computer vision based results. And you'll be learning for one of the most experienced computer vision engineer in Nigeria, and person of Elisha the market day. You'll be learning everything you need to know to build and deploy this model. You'll be learning how to build computer vision models that take in text and return images. You'll be learning how to build models that can classify, segment, track anything. You'll be basically learning everything you need to know to become a computer vision engineer. And when you finish this course, you should be able to apply what you learned to anything that involves seeing things, from image reconstruction to traffic control, to breast cancer detection, to eye defect detection, to medical imaging, to face identification, and to autonomous driving, and to many other things. You can even apply what you learn in this course to football analytics. So you'll be learning everything you need to know about computer vision. And I must point out that this course is not free for it. It is for the most strongest of the strongest. And if you can finish this course, you'd have become a full stack computer vision engineer. And so in order to become this final destination, you need to ensure that you understand everything that the instructor is asking. And if you have questions, don't be afraid to drop it on the group because you will surely get answers. Thank you so much, and I hand over back to our host, which is Sarah.
Okay, thank you, Olalade, for that insightful session. Next, we'll be moving on to Geospatial Data Science. Godwin, over to you.
Hello, everyone. I was speaking on Geospatial Data Science Specialization, and I believe at the end of this specialization, you'll be able to develop expertise in geospatial analysis, remote sensing, and geospatial data processing. And you have a broad knowledge of geospatial information systems and a lot of concepts in geospatial field. And you're going to have a lot of hands-on experience using advanced geospatial tools. And you'll be able to build real-world applications, either in agriculture, where you'll be able to track land use changes, in disaster mapping, where you'll be able to analyze flood risk, and also in public health, to map hotspots of malaria and other diseases, and also to visualize disease spread. And also, you're also going to learn a lot about data privacy laws in the geospatial field. And so there are a lot of career paths that you can decide to move with after the specialization. You can decide to be an urban and regional planner with geospatial tools, with your knowledge of advanced geospatial tools. And also you can also be a remote sensing specialist that specializes in handling satellite imagery data. And also in public health, you can decide to be a public health data scientist, whereby you leverage geospatial data for spatial epidemiology to map disease outbreaks. For example, COVID-19, geospatial data scientists were able to map the outbreaks, which actually gave a lot of insight to the spread of the disease. And in agriculture, you can also leverage the skills that you give in this specialization and so much more. And one of the skills that you're going to learn in this specialization is the use of AI, leveraging AI on geospatial data, and you can decide to become a geospatial AI engineer. And looking forward, this expertise is just to enable you to provide actionable insights using location-based intelligence with all that you're going to learn in this track. Thank you very much, and over to you, Sarah.
Okay, Godwin, thank you very much. And thank you to everyone dropping your questions in the comments. I can see them already. Thank you. Once we're done, we'll take them. Next, we'll have Gideon. Gideon will take us through the NLP specialization. So Gideon, over to you.
Yes, hello everyone. I was speaking about natural language processing. As you've all known from your foundational courses, natural language processing is a process whereby you make the computer to understand natural language. We have two types of languages, natural language and artificial language. The Python programming you are using is an artificial language, just like any other programming language. And English, the English, Yoruba, Hausa that we communicate with are natural language. So the computer can only understand low-level language like 0 and 1. So natural language processing is a process whereby you make the computer to understand natural language. So what do you expect here is you're going to build an expertise in building intelligent systems that process and understand human language. Also, you're going to have an experience in developing and deploying NLP applications that can perform complex linguistic tasks, from summarization to conversational AI and other NLP tasks. We have a lot of NLP tasks. So your career path, suppose you want to build chatbots and develop name entity recognition and sentiment analysis solution for organizations. In that case, This course will equip you with skills you need. You will be positioned for roles as an NLP engineer or even an AI researcher applying advanced text analysis and language understanding techniques. So what are the real-world applications of NLP? You can be able to develop sentiment analysis platforms. You can be able to develop text analysis and summarization solutions, development and deployment of large language models, just like ChatGPT, and also chatbot development. Thank you. So over to Sarah.
Okay, Gideon, thank you very much for that insightful session. And then we'll move on to the next agenda on our slide, which is your specialization activity. Please, I want to emphasize that, or we want to emphasize that there is no specialization that is better than the other. I hope that is clear. Advanced data science and visualization or machine learning, no, it's not better than geospatial or better than NLP. Each specialization is important. So please, when you decide to choose a specialization, make sure it's an area you love and is of interest to you, so you can be able to complete the program. I hope we all understand. So please put that in mind, that whatever the specialization you decide to choose is a specialization that you love and you're willing to go through to the end. As core concept and advanced applications will be held throughout the program. So please ensure you love it. And this specialization phase is going to last for a duration of 8 weeks. Content will be deployed every Monday in our various specialization classroom. So please ensure you go to the classroom tab to get your learning resources for each week. Submission deadline for both assignments and quizzes will be 11 a.m. every Monday, please. So your materials will be deployed every Monday, and then your deadline for submission will also be what? 11 a.m. That's for the previous week, 11 a.m. every Monday. And we're also going to have, at intervals, dial-in sessions with our tutors. Remember, we had one for the foundation course. So this is going to happen during our specialization phase. We're going to have dial-in session with our tutors at intervals. The time, venue, and the place will be communicated. So please ensure you always check the classroom tabs for information. Let's move on to the next agenda. Oh, so what have we done so far? First of all, if your dashboard is not reading deep tech, please just know you're not part of us. Ensure that please check, everybody confirm that your deep tech dashboard is reading, your 3MTT dashboard is reading deep tech. And then if you are yet to join your specialization classroom, please you navigate to the course tab and it opens an interface for your classroom, which you click on and you join. That's where you get your learning materials for the week, like I mentioned, your announcements and everything you need about the program. Also, a link to confirm your specialization will be dropped in each specialization classroom. So please ensure you fill it. This is the way to know and be sure that you are part of us. And then finally, thank you. We see some of you post on social media. Thank you. But please remember, when you post, remember to tag Deep Tech Ready and 3MTT. Next slide, please. So this is how your dashboard is supposed to look like. Deep Tech Ready, like I mentioned. And you can see that this person's area of specialization is geospatial data science. So this is how you know that you have joined your specialization class. This next slide. And for those of us who are yet to join, this is simply showing you how to join. Please navigate to your course tab. You click on it and you see this interface appears. You click on this button to join your class, your specialization classroom. I hope that is clear. If it's not, please, you can drop your questions in the comments. Move on to our next slide. Yes, that we move on to the do's and don'ts of the classroom. First of all, we want to appreciate each and every one of you for how you handled yourself during the foundational class. Please, a round of applause for yourself. Thank you for abiding by the rules. And we're also reminding you moving forward that please ensure you visit and check the classroom for announcements, content, information every day. Please, not Mondays. Because I mentioned that Mondays are for materials, that doesn't mean that you leave the rest of the week out. Please ensure that every day you check the classroom tab for information about the program. So you don't start to ask questions that have already been answered. Some of us did that, yes. But moving forward, please, before you ask any question, please, you go to the classroom tab and just go through the announcement and the materials. If they don't answer your question, then you come and ask your questions. I hope that is clear. And please, anytime a message is shared in the classroom, please ensure you acknowledge it. And so that, and in terms of acknowledging, you can ask questions if it's not clear, instead of leaving it to it's passed and then you start coming back and asking questions. So please, anytime a message is, anytime an announcement or an update is shared, please ensure you acknowledge it and give feedback. Then please adhere to guidelines provided by the team. I'm sure that once we move to a specialization class, we'll have guidelines apart from the general one. So please ensure you abide by them. Then we move on to the don'ts. First of all, please do not share any material that is not in line with the program. And then do not ignore important messages. And please, let's be respectful to one another. Then move on to our next slide. Okay, so if you have, I see we are dropping our questions, please let's keep dropping it. So thank you for being with us so far. Thank you for giving us 30 minutes of your time. Now we move on to our learning centers and center of excellence. And to take us through the details of our learning centers, I'm going to call on Tejumola. Tejumola, over to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Sarah. It's my pleasure to be part of this section. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning from wherever you're joining us from. I have seen that Deep Tech already program has actually done a lot, and then even from the feedback I'm getting from the social media, it's obvious that we are enjoying it. And then not just that, if the virtual experience can be this interesting, can you imagine how the physical experience, we give, how interesting that will be. And that is why we have the learning centers, available for a year. So the learning centers are partner hub across different states in Nigeria that provides learners with dedicated space to participate in our live session, access hands-on technical support, and connect with vibrant community of fellow learners. This will help to collaborate, especially for peer learning. So we have learning centers across states that you need to be part of. So there are some important information that you need to know about the learning centers, and that's what we have highlighted here. And the first one that you need to be aware of is that learners can start accessing these learning centers during this specialization phase that we're about to start. And it's going to be starting, you can start accessing the second week of the specialization, that's the 21st of April. So from 21st of April, all learners can start accessing the learning centers or our centers of excellence. I'm sure you are exactly good. And then apart from that, it is very important for you to note that we take attendance, and 50% attendance for learners is required. So it means that you need to, out of all the attendance, out of all the weeks, you need to be sure that you attend, you visit the learning centers, 50%, so 50% of attendance, because we are going to be sharing attendance link, and they're also going to be sharing monthly feedback survey. That is very important for learners to complete. So it is very important. Please do note that 50% attendance is required, and then it's also part of what is part of the evaluation as a learner. So learning centers will also provide you with technical support. Yeah, very, very important, space and other support that you may be in need of. especially those that are within our agreement with them. And when you visit a learning center, there are days in the week that you are expected to visit your learning centers. So these days are days we have our live sessions. Yes, live sessions with tutors, or the learning centers, they'll just hold a section for you, depending on your specialization, the date, the time. So be very, very cautious of this. It's very, very important. And that's what we make up. Your attendance in this will make up the 50% attendance that is required for you as a learner. Also, apart from attending live sessions at the learning centers, you can also visit the learning centers at some days, just to learn, to sit, to collaborate with others. Yeah, it is very important, to learn. There's this saying that when you go alone, you go fast, but when you go with others, you go far. And that is one of the support that we are providing addictive learning, addictive credit learning, so that you can also go far, not just go fast. You can mingle and then speak with other fellows around. Okay, good. So the last on this point that you need to know is that for this cohort, we do not have learning centers in all the states. We did not activate learning center in all the states. Yes, and then yes, so those who are in states where we do not activate learning centers, we have to join the sessions, the live sessions virtually, which is also very important. If you can just click on the next, Rashida, can you just click on the next? So these are states without learning centers for this course. So please note, is actually for these cohorts. The states as seen on my screen, Adamawa and so on, they are the states that are not, that we do not have learning centers activated for this cohort. Okay, so to the next screen now is how the dashboard looks like, especially where you're going to be, seeing where the learning centers information that you are assigned to. Can you see that red box? So that is with the information. So on your learner's dashboard, you're going to be seeing this part that shows the learning centers that you are matched with, that you are assigned to, also called applied learning clusters. You can just note that there are applied learning clusters, learning centers, etc. Just note it for this. Okay, so moving to the next slide now. I spoke the other time about the live section. So the live sections are sections that will be coordinated by the tutor who produce those contents. The contents that you learn from every week, that are being deployed every week. Yeah, those tutors, exactly. Yes, those tutors will be available for live session at this time. So we are going to be sharing with you more details about this for data and visualization. That's Saturday between 11:30 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. Data science and machine learning 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Natural language processing 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. That's on Saturday. Well, on Friday we have computer vision, which is from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. and then geospatial data science from 4:30 p.m. to 6:30. Thank you very much. And then I would like to hand over now to Sarah to continue with the session. Thank you.
Okay, Tejbola, thank you very much for that session. And then we move to our final slides before we get to, please drop your questions because we are going to our question and answer session. But before we do that, please remember to follow us on all our social media platforms, and then please join our Telegram group so you stay informed of everything happening. And please remember, when you post, remember to tag 3MTT and Deep Tech Ready. Thank you. So we move on to our question and answer session. I think the first question should be for Rashidat. Someone is asking that what's the difference between data science and data analysis? Rashida, I don't know if you can hear me. Okay. Any of the tutors, please, can answer the question.
Okay, sorry, I was trying to unmute myself.
Fine.
So what's
What's the difference between data analysis and data science?
okay? So for me, I would say that I really do not see much difference. But most times when people want to talk about data science, data analysis basically is just more around um using past records to make decision or to just detect problems with maybe your business, your organizations, basically. And data science, I would say that it's more around using building predictive model, just going beyond. You are trying to predict something, you're trying to build predictive model. Basically, it's just like a simple upgrade of data analysis. There's really no much difference. They are almost the same thing, but the difference is in data analysis, you are trying to records just to make some decision. Oh, this is what is happening. And later you can as well, if data analysis, you can make decisions. Oh, this is what you can do later. The same thing with data analysis and data science. So another thing data science does is it also helps you to build solution like, oh, you build algorithm, you build models, you write a lot of Python code and all that. That's like the basic differences. Nothing special really.
Okay, Rashidat, thank you very much for that. I think the next question is for Tejumola. Someone is asking that, what if he's relocating, he has been assigned an ALC, but he's relocating to another state, that can he be reassigned? Tejumola, I don't know if you can hear me.
Oh, yes, thank you very much, Sarah. Yeah, so if you are changing, if you are relocating, you just need to let us know so that we can work on the assignment. It's very important for us to be aware that you are changing your location, and that will help us to process it and work on it. Thank you very much. Hello, Sarah. We can't hear you. If you're
Okay, thank you very much for that. Thank you, Teju. Someone is asking that she chose a specialization and she wants to know if she can change. Yes, there's a link that will be dropped in the classroom. If you want to change, please, you go ahead and change. Then someone else is asking that how can the data science be used to solve agricultural problems in Nigeria? How can data science be applied to agriculture in Nigeria? Rashidat.
Okay, thank you very much. So the first part I would okay for in agriculture we have a lot of you can do. The first thing I would always like to mention is you could do something like a climate change forecast, like something like around, or you want to determine how climate would affect the kind of the kind of products you are trying to plant. Or you can also build a solution around, or you want to teach farmers how to maybe how to have access to loans. Maybe you want to help them summarize technical documents. For example, as an agriculturist, sometimes you have conversations with farmers, maybe at agric extension. You want to look at ways in which you can build solutions that they would be able to use. For example, maybe they want to summarize documents, they want to build solution that helps them to test soils. You can use data science to do that. Maybe test soil types, determine the type of soil, and all and all.
Okay, thank you, Rashidat. This question is for you, Teju. Will the ALCs be open weekends?
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, as you can even see on the timetable, we have Friday and Saturday, where we're going to be having our live sessions, and then they're expected to be on ground for those live sessions. So yes.
Okay, thank you very much. And I see some of you are talking about changing your specialization. Please, if you want to change your specialization, you simply go to your profile and then you update it. That's when you'll be able to change to the specialization of your choice. I hope that is clear. Please, you click on your profile, you update it, click on update, and then you're able to change to the specialization of your choice. I hope I've answered your question. Please, it's not too late to change your specialization if you want to. Yes, so okay, no cybersecurity.
Hello, Sarah.
Yes, I can hear you. Okay, so I'm going to ask the next question. Someone is asking that can I use data science to create a database for organizations?
I didn't get the question very well, please.
Can I use data science to create a database for organizations?
To create a database
Yes, for
for visual.
organizations, not visualization. Database for organizations.
Okay, yes, in data science, you can do that. So that's why we have SQL. I think I mentioned earlier that you'd also be learning how to use SQL. It's also a like a course in data science track. So with SQL, you can create databases for organizations. You can help them to arrange your database and do a lot of things with their data.
So thank you, Rashidat. I think we have answered your question so far. For those of us asking about data grant, soon you'll be giving your data grant. And like I mentioned, please, it's not too late to change your specialization. You can do that before Monday. As you all heard, we're going to begin our specialization on Monday. So please, if you are not comfortable with the specialization you chose, you can go back and change it. Then someone is asking, how can AI be used in Geospatial? Will it be done on Jupyter Notebook or QGIS? Godwin. Sorry, Godwin, did you hear us? Did you hear me?
Yes, I got that question. So in the specialization, we'll be using a number of tools, which QGIS is there. We'll also be using Python also. So for your Python code, you can run it on Jupyter Notebook. Is that clear?
I believe, Lothar, your question have been answered. Then someone is asking, Tajmola, someone is asking, what happens if due to work you can't attend ALC during the week?
Hello.
Did you hear the question?
No, I didn't get the question.
He said, what happens if due to work you could not attend your ALC during the week?
So the way we scheduled it, the major physical classes is on weekends. Okay, and that one is very, very important for you to attend. So if just make sure that you meet up 50% with the physical classes. That's very, very important.
Okay, thank you very much. Then someone said, I checked my dashboard and I'm not assigned an ALC yet. Well, I believe, I don't know if you had the presentation. There are two reasons. Possible you are yet to, it's possible you are yet to join a specialization class, or the state you reside doesn't have an ALC. Tajmola, what do you think?
Yes, thank you very much. In addition to the points you just gave, we are still assigning, so it's possible it's not yet visible on the dashboard, even if you are in a state that we have activated an SC. So still be patient. Very soon to be uploaded, and then you will know where your essays are.
So, thank you very much for your time, everyone, and your question. Like I mentioned from the start of this program, please ensure that, okay, someone is asking about the foundation. Yes, you can still, if if you have not submitted your assignment or quiz for the foundation course, please go ahead and do that, but try to do it before Monday because specialization class starts officially on Monday. And then if you have any question, please, you can drop it in your various specialization classroom and then the questions will be answered. So thank you everyone for your time. Please remember when you're posting, you tag 3MTT and then you tag Deep Tech Ready. And then don't forget to follow all our social media platforms. Please don't forget to adhere to the rules and guidelines of your classroom. Please don't forget to check your classroom for information about the program and your learning course materials. Please don't forget that contents will be deployed on Monday. So as from Monday, please, you check the classroom for your learning content for the week. And from there, you keep checking every day. Remember that deadline is Monday, 11 a.m. every Monday. So please, let's also try to adhere to that. And I believe, and like I said, no specialization is the best. Every specialization is important. But just make sure that whatever specialization you decide to choose is the specialization you love, and that's the only way you can see through the program and it will be useful to you. So thank you everyone for your time and for joining this session. We look forward to another session that we'll be having. So please do enjoy the rest of your evening. And to my colleagues that joined this call, thank you very much. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
So,
Bye-bye.